Hi, good evening.
Yeah, child okay, and yes, Sadia, and Habiba, okay, so Habiba, yes, and Akhtar. So now it is 7 p.m. Japan time and 4 p.m. in Bangladesh time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to start this Zoom meeting in which is Chittagong members and some of our Nara University members joined. Yes. Okay. So now, so thank you very much for joining this Zoom meeting. Yeah. All of you know me. So I'm TAKASU Fugo of Nara University. I'm very happy to see you again. Yes. And it's really nice to have Professor Shafil. You were the team leader of the first team in 2017.
Right.
And also Professor Akhtar, now director of the institute in 2018. This meeting aims to just socialize with team members in the past. So just socialize between Chittagong University and Nara University. Yeah. So first, I'd like to explain the aim of this Zoom meeting and revisit the scientific program I gave in the past. So I switched to my slide. You know that JST, Sakura Science Program, invite some team members from Chittagong University. So all of you know that the University of Chittagong is now the partner university of Nara University. Yeah, we concluded the partnership in 2014. Yes. I remember I visited Chittagong for the first time in 2013. So I visited Raihan. And 1 year later, our university and Chittagong University concluded the partnership. Since then, I try to keep some connection with the university in academia. So I have applied for the JST Sakura Science Program in 2017 for the first time. And it was very lucky that the application was approved. So JST financially support to invite 10 students and 1 staff to Nara University to join a scientific program. So main topics is about mathematical modeling and simulations. I hope all students remember what I taught. And you also socialize with Nara University students and you experience some culture in Nara and Japan. So in the next few slides, I revisit my lecture with just 10 slides. It's very short because my specialty is mathematical biology. It's an application of mathematics to better understand biology. Yeah. Yes, and many students joined from the Institute of Forestry and Environmental Science, as well as another department of mathematics, statistics from the Faculty of Science, Chittagong University. So I guess some of you know some mathematics, but I imagine that many students in general have no idea how mathematics and biology can be connected. So my talk was about how mathematics can apply to population biology, especially population biology. So this is an example of population biology. So it is a classical study. The science, he counted the number of tiny creatures, paramecium, in a small cup. And this black dot represents the experiment. Within 2 weeks, the population size of the paramecium increases and stabilizes at some certain level. So this is biological example of population dynamics. And I explain how this population dynamics can be mathematically expressed or given by mathematical models. That was my lectures. So example in population biology, so there are many examples. For example, human demography. It's how many people live on the earth. So maybe now the world population is about 7.8 billion and it is still increasing. And we want to predict how large it will be in futures. And with mathematics, we can predict the future. And also, we can focus on some conservation of endangered species. How is a species driven to extinctions using some mathematics? And also, now it is epidemics. Yes, now COVID-19 is now widespread in the worldwide. So we are facing serious trouble everywhere. But to better understand epidemics, we can apply some mathematics to predict how COVID-19 patient will increase in futures. So almost everywhere, mathematics can be very useful and important. And my lecture was about how mathematics can be used to understand population dynamics. Yes. Yes. And the idea is very simple. Yeah. Population size as the number of individuals changes by birth and death. Yes. And the net change in the population size is equal to the increase by birth minus decrease by death. So here we have simple equations. So we apply this simple idea to make various mathematical models and analyze the models. Yes. Yes, may I skip it? Yeah, this is just on human demography. We are now, the world has nearly 7.8 billion now, and it is sharply increasing. And especially, it could be very important for young people or young students because they will live longer than elder people like me. I'm getting old, but I think I will live for another 30 years. But young students live much longer, so they should know about the future. And also, this is a classical example of influenza cases that happened at the school in England. So black dot is an observed number of school boys suffering from influenza. And the smooth curve behind is solution of simple mathematics models. It is known as SIR models. Now, you might heard of these models in TV news because this models is now applied to COVID-19. Yes. Yeah, still, yeah. So this image was taken together from the Johns Hopkins universities. Now global cases is 60 million people infected and nearly 1.5 million people died because of COVID-19. So it is very serious. But if we can predict how patient increase in future, we can make some better control program. Okay, I'm finishing my just slide. Yeah, this is the way I, as a mathematical biologist, study some target system. This can be anything, the human demography or influenza cases or COVID-19. And we make mathematical models. And we analyze the models using the knowledge of mathematics. So this is the way we analyze natural phenomena in mathematical way. So I hope some old student joining now remember my message. So this was my message in my scientific program. Mathematics can be very useful and very important. And skills in mathematics are essential to all fields of science. Therefore, students must learn mathematics seriously, even if you don't like mathematics. That was my message. So, okay, I switch my slide. Yeah, so now I think, yeah, I remember some student from Chittagong. Yes, I remember, yeah, it's very long time ago. So I hope some participants from Chittagong University remember my message. And I hope the participants utilize my lecture and your experience in Nara to make your life better. So I finished my presentation to introduce the aim of Zoom meeting. So now I'd like to switch to some Chittagong student, some presentation, if any. Yes. But before enter the Chittagong University presentation, yes, I would like to thank, yes, now, yes, the Vice Chancellor of Chittagong University is now joining. I think, yes.
Hello.
Yes, so thank you very much for joining this meeting. I'm very happy to see you again. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, Lai Hang, so could you switch to your student, if any? And are you ready?
So, Humayra is in there, I think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you can start your presentation.
Okay, okay. I'm sharing my slide. Okay.
Yeah, Umme, how are you? Are you doing well?
Yes, sir. Thank you
No?
so much. I'm
Oh.
doing well. Okay, I'm going to introduce myself.
Yes.
My name is Umme Humayra. I'm a third year undergraduate student studying in the field of environmental science at the Institute of Forest and Environmental Sciences, University of Chittagong. I received a chance to participate in the short time exchange program, just the Sakura Science Program, from 21st July to 27th July 2019. Here I'm just sharing my personal experiences and incredible moments. What have I learned? What have I experienced, etc. So here it is. Okay. So Sakura Science Exchange Program is an exchange program in which participants are from Asian countries being invited to Japan to learn and participate in activities related to science and technologies, and through activities to experience the advanced scientific technology of Japan, and to conduct exchange with universities and research institutions. The program seeks to act as a bridge for personal and research exchange between Japan and the other partner countries, and it also offers a variety of science and technology related experiences that enhance the interest of youth to research in Japan in the future. The next slide, what we have learned. Nara Women's University of Japan acted as a host and invited us in order to train and teach about mathematical modeling in population biology under the supervision of Professor Fugo TAKASU. We have learned about mathematical modeling, population dynamics, and the interrelation between these two. The models that express the population dynamics, such as the logistic growth model, it can be in discrete time, for example, the curve waving, and the Ricker logistic model in continuous time. The SIR model, which is a model of epidemic, and the exponential model, which includes the exponential growth and decline. And Nicholson-Bailey model, a two-species model, relation between host and parasitoids, and Lotka-Volterra model, a competition model, which is a competition model between two species, and also the numerical simulation of these models using Excel. So my next slide, I'm going to share my experience in 7 days of Japan, experiences that I have gathered, the most organized and punctual culture in the world. everything has its order in Japan. It's almost impossible to get lost or be confused even if you don't understand the language. There are signs and arrows pointing people in the right direction and explaining what to do. I saw airports, train stations, malls. Streets are so easy to navigate, and also, if you are in a restaurant, you will very often get a menu with picture of foods, or it's going to be displayed in the window. And Japanese are also very punctual. I came to know from a Japanese student that they are always so anxious not to be late to their class, and they arrive 10 or 15 minutes before the scheduled time. And our class started exactly at 9 a.m. and ended at 1 p.m. and we had to be on time. Must also experience the world's most punctual trains in Japan. And the traditional, it's a photo in our class in Nara Women University. And next is the traditional Japanese architecture. The art of Japanese architecture provides a broad overview of traditional Japanese design in its historical and cultural context. We visited Todaji Temple, Kufukuji Temple, two most amazing temples in Nara, and we also had the opportunity to visit Kyoto Imperial Palace, where we enjoyed both nature and history. Here is a picture from Kufukuji Temple, one of the temple, I think, one of the beautiful temple. It was uh, the next slide is the quietness of streets in Kyoto. In Kyoto, the streets are quiet, and not because there are no cars. There are many cars. It's just they are mostly electric or hybrid, so there is almost no noise pollution. And here, a couple of time I was scared by a car coming from the back because I didn't even hear it. And a good glimpse of modern technology and infrastructure. The bullet trains that can travel 320 kilometer per hour, the interactive robots, the electronic toilets, and luxurious buildings really amazed us. And moving to my next slide, Japanese food. One of the best things about dining in Japan is all of the fresh seafood. We had our traditional Japanese lunch at authentic Japanese restaurants and university canteen. I ate ramen, sticky rice, Japanese beef bowl, and bento. Bento means the Japanese rice box,
Yeah, lunchbox.
which which contains a rice, meat or fish, and pickled vegetables. But everything was so delicious. And visited Kyoto International Conference Center. I also had the opportunity to visit the Kyoto International Conference Center where Kyoto Protocol was signed in 1997. There was a conference going on, so we couldn't get inside. There was beautiful gardens, and behind this conference center, the architecture was really amazing there. Okay, the application of accumulated knowledge in real life, academic, using the mathematical models in research to predict future. At present, I am a third year undergraduate student. I will do research on elephant food in the future, and I have a plan to utilize the concept of population dynamics to add some extra value in the wildlife survey. And the models can help me in the simulation of complex biological processes that generates the hypothesis and suggest the experiments. And I, along with my two classmates, have worked on a nematode named strongyloids with Professor Mark Vinay from University of Liverpool. We suggested him that here we can use mathematical modelings to analyze behavior and interaction of this nematode. Okay, and social punctuality. After having lived in such a time conscious country like Japan, I have been adhering to the Japanese societal norms even after I left Japan. Okay, for example, when I have an appointment with someone at a certain time, I try to make it a point to arrive at my destination at least 5 minutes before the arranged time. And the good manners, of course. One of the most beautiful things Japan taught me is the immense amount of respect they display towards one another, regardless of gender or age. And one of my experience I would like to share when I entered the elevator in one of the train station, we formed the line to exit out of the other door. It's simple yet super efficient, and it literally makes so much sense and creates so much order. The train station is a great place where one can witness this order line, and it's so mind blowing that they really line up to get on the train, and no one gets bum rushed. No one. Here in Bangladesh, I try to maintain all this and cleanliness. Japan is undoubtedly clean. There is no dustbin either, no trash cans as far as I could see, and just recycle bins that are strictly for plastic bottles and soda cans. Here are some pictures from internet. I couldn't capture this moment, but I, in fact, all my classmates experienced this scenario. Yeah, this is I think the emergency lines. One, if one get hurry, one can go by this way.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes. And this is the recycle bin trash box. Right. And finally, finally, my experience in Japan is really great. I would really like to come and study in Japan in near future. Thank you, Sakura Science Club, and to my respected teachers. I owe you a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Umme. Nice presentation. So I'm very happy that your experiments was very useful for your research now. And also you explain some Japanese culture that some of them could be also useful in Bangladesh. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
So who is next? Ipu. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Suraya,
Next is
Yasmin, Fugu.
yeah.
Yasmin, she joined in our institute last year. She is now lecturer of the institute, and she has awarded her second master's from the Imperial College London under fellowship. So she went to Nara for with the Professor Shafil Alam
Mm.
in 2017.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Suriya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Suraya.
How are you? Yes, I remember you. So now
Good
you
evening.
teach at the Forest Institute of Forestry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
started recently. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Good
so
evening,
Suriya, so
everyone.
please start your presentation.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I think it's really a matter of honor to present or revive the memories in front of all the distinguished attendees. At first, I would like to utter my humble respect to our Honorable Vice Chancellor of Chittagong University and to Professor Dr. Jarin Akhtar Madam, and to our Honorable Director of our Institute of Forestry and Environmental Sciences, Professor Dr. Jarin Akhtar Madam, our Honorable Professor Dr. Shafil Alam Sir, Associate Professor Dr. Rahan Sharkar Sir, to Fugo TAKASU Sensei,
Yes.
and all other sensei. And I'm not sure who are with us right now, but I'd like to convey my respect to everyone. And now I'm sharing my slides to revive the memories I have spent in 2017 as a member of Sakura Exchange Program. So I think mine is, thank you, Humayra, for your colorful presentation, because I think mine is rather simpler and shorter.
Yeah, it's okay.
So, so we were the very first team to join
Yeah.
the Sakura Exchange Program at 2017. So 10 graduates from the Institute
Yes,
of
yes,
Forestry
yeah,
and
I
Environmental
remember, yes.
Sciences.
With yeah, red and
I think
green shali.
yeah, without yeah, the flagship colors of our national flag.
Yes,
So
Bangla color.
we are led, yeah, exactly. So we are led by Professor Dr. Shafil Alam, that time Dean of Faculty of Science of University of Chittagong. So this is from the introductory session. I think after our safe arrival at 1st August, the Fugo Sensei were delivering an introductory speech to us. what we should at Nara, and how to explore Nara, how to stay in Nara, and what to do like that. And from our side, from University of Chittagong, Professor
Yeah,
Dr.
Professor
Shafil
Shafil,
sir
yes.
were, he was giving a speech about Chittagong University.
Mm.
And we are very warmly
Yes,
welcomed by the
yeah,
Dean
my
of Faculty of Science, if I
present.
don't miss that.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was the warm welcome, thank you for that. And these were our program activities, like our main focus was learning research modeling through theoretical and practical sessions, and there was a session of evaluation at the end of our learning, and we are certified, so there was a session of certification. And of course, one of the main parts were to socialize and exchange of culture. So I have what you separated all the sessions one orderly tried to. And what are in the theoretical sessions? So our main focus was the mathematical modelings in population biology
Mm.
that was conducted by Dr. Fugo Sensei. And we did and learned so many models on population biology, and how to do the mathematical modeling for like predicting or conducting the population dynamics, to predict what will be the deterministic models, or how to run the logistic or exponential growth, how to say the prey and predator relationship, or the host and parasite relationship. So these were taught by the mathematical modelings, and we also obviously also did the execution of this modeling through Excel in the practical sessions. And we were sided with other lectures, like the science of planetary atmosphere lectures were given
Mm.
by Katsuki
Yes.
Noguchi. I think he's a faculty member of Nara University.
Yeah.
And then there was a lecture on introduction to geomicrobiology by Mayumi Seto. And we are lucky that we got an additional lecture by
Yes, at
with
the time we had
I
additional
think the
from
James
the
Tide.
England.
Yeah. Yeah, it was super interesting. But it was led by James Duke by University of Southampton, I think he was from. And he delivered his lecture on Gaia theory, mechanisms of Gaia theory. So this was all for the theoretical sessions. And here you can see that we are so busy on doing the
Yeah.
practical sessions,
Yeah,
how to
simulation.
conduct the mathematical modeling, yeah, the simulation thing with the Excel. So at the end, at the end of the learning period,
Mm.
so we demonstrated our learnings to conduct with our own mathematical modeling.
Mm.
I think one person executed one model and presented in front of the dean and
Yes,
all
yes.
other senseis. And after that, we got the moment of certification. It was such a glorious moment for us.
Mm.
And here I highlighted the socialization part. So I think at the fourth or fifth day, we got a meet and greet session with
Mm.
the students of Nara University. So here I think Suja is delivering her, like introducing
Mm.
herself to Fugo Sensei. And one of the student from Nara University was introducing to us like
Mm.
that. And this was all happy us.
Yes.
So happy together. And yeah, we have the main attraction
Yes, I remember.
banquet.
Yeah, we cooked together.
Yeah, three times.
Yes.
And Fugo Sensei is also expert in cooking rather than mathematical modeling. And so I was trying to show that.
Fogo, I
Through the
remember
banquet.
you use Bangladeshi masla.
Aha, yes.
Yes. I remember. Yeah, your team brought some Bangladesh spice, so I remember
Spice,
I
right,
used the spice. Yes.
right.
Yeah, we cooked delicious food together, enjoyed, and that was the main part of our socialization. I
Yes.
believe that. And what actually we had brought with us from this program, I think the first thing, I think that is confidence and determination, like the confidence or what we want to do or to reach our career objectives.
Mm.
And we are so determined and confident, and from the experience we gathered from Nara. And
Mm.
on that note, I want to share once again that four of us from the team members of mine, four of us are now serving as the faculty members of two leading public university of Bangladesh, and three of us already have achieved three prestigious scholarships to pursue higher degrees, and remaining members are successfully engaged in the august companies and organizations of the country. And the secondly, I do believe that learning is a lifelong achievement. Once I learn
Yes.
any kind of learning techniques, tools, or in theory, it will help us throughout my life to use. So learning to model or modeling population dynamics really help us and are being helping us to understand new research techniques or methodologies, interpreting results, realizing the significance of relevant researches of this field. Like Sensei was telling us a little bit earlier that we can highly likely relate this kind of learning and knowledge to the present pandemic situation. So definitely it help us and it will help us to understand new research ideas, and obviously I believe that it will also help to develop and design new research ideas if we want to like initiate new research from ourselves. And not only from study materials, I think we also gain knowledge on Japanese lifestyle and culture. Like Humayra said, it is one of the most punctual, culture bearing nations of this world. So while our stay, basically we explored the picturesque Nara city, so which was the first capital of Japan, if I don't be wrong. And we also visited two more big cities like Osaka and
Yes.
Kyoto, and there are some memories from that. So we were mesmerized by the nature of the campus premises, if you say, or the Nara city or the other two cities. And
Yeah, so many dias.
yeah, so these are the some relics, magnificent historical and religious monuments. And we are definitely those are mouth-watering Japanese cuisine. And then we also got lucky to witness hauntingly beautiful lantern festival. Toro, if I miss Toro and something, the name of the lantern festival was.
Yes.
Okay. And obviously we made friends. I think all of the team members, not from my team and from my fellow team members, we all made friends to the Nara University students, and we also are connected with them right now. And I think it will last forever. And yeah, of course, I do agree with Humayra that the Japanese people are one of the warmest people I have ever encountered, and friendly. And that's all from my
Yes.
part. And I also want to say arigato gozaimasu.
Yes.
And with that tone, I would like to thank again the two focal points like Professor Dr. Ahansen Sir and Fugo Takasu Sensei for bringing us this golden opportunity to visit Japan, and also right now to revive our memories. And I think all we together will bring or build a new, better world. Thank you all.
Yeah. So
Thank
thank you,
you,
Suriya.
Suriya.
Thank you. Nice presentation.
Fugu,
Yes.
our Vice Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, she wants to say something
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Please. Yes.
participant, and after that she will leave the meeting because she
Okay.
will
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes.
in other place.
Okay. So, Vice
Okay.
Chancellor, please give me us your speech or what?
Yes, thank you very much. Dear Professor Fuku, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Nara University, and guests who join with us in this webinar, a very good afternoon to you all. First of all, I do express my sincere thanks to you and Nara University, Japan, for offering an excellent training program for some bright graduate of the University of Chittagong. I am very glad to inform you that the graduates from the University of Chittagong who were trained under Nara University did fantastic academic performance in various sectors in Bangladesh. With a very high quality training provided by Nara University, the graduates from
From the
sorry, I have some internet problem. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, okay.
It's
So,
okay.
it's okay.
high quality training provided by Nara University, the graduates from the Institute of Forestry and Environment from many disciplines of physical and biological sciences of the University of Chittagong are the University of Chittagong are contributing to their respective fields with high reputation. Meanwhile, they have earned quality recognition for their professional accomplishment and research excellence. I am I am also glad to inform you that many of them trained under Nara University have meanwhile joined the University of Chittagong as faculty members who are doing tremendous teaching and research. The rest also joined different well-reputed research organizations of the country where they are doing fantastic jobs gloriously, both the University of Chittagong and Nara University. I strongly hope that they, the University of Chittagong, Bangladesh, and Nara University, Japan, will continue academic and research collaboration in the future, which will mutually benefit both renowned and reputed universities. I am very much looking forward to furthering collaboration in near future. Thank you so much for being with us for a long time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. Vice
I'm
Chancellor, thank you
sorry.
very much.
I'm sorry, Mr. Fuku. I have to join another webinar.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
it's
have to
okay.
go back.
Yes, yeah. It is
Thank
really
you.
my pleasure to have you now. Yes.
Yes.
So abar deka hobe.
Thank you, Vice
またহবে。
Yes.
ありがとうございました。
Yes.
Chancellor.
Yeah. So Raihan, do you have another student who gives talk
Well,
or
yes, I don't
presentation?
know who is in the line next.
Sir,
Etamoni.
sir.
Okay. I'm Amina. Yes. How are you?
Etamoni. Okay, Amina will present the presentation. Have you sent the presentation to me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm from the group Jarin Akhtar, ma'am.
But he didn't send me.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Sir, it is from three of us: Afroza Hassan Afrin, Amina Sadia, and Shahana Sultana
Assalamualaikum,
Ruma.
sir.
Three of
Yes,
us.
sir.
Okay.
Konnichiwa.
Afroja. Yeah.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
sir.
remember you.
Konnichiwa.
Apologize.
Okay, just continue, please.
Okay.
Okay. I, Amina Sadia, welcome you all to the presentation on behalf of Team Jarin Akhtar, ma'am, JST Fellows of 2018. Yes, it's and good night to Sensei Takasu, and good afternoon to our honorable teachers and our fellows. And yes, it's almost 2 years of experiences, JST fellowship, and 2 years of memorable Japan tour. And the GST fellowship was a great opportunity of our
Yes, I
cultural
remember. Yeah.
exchange.
Yeah.
And
This is
yes,
our student in Sari.
yes,
Yes.
we all wore the kimono, and our Japanese fellows or shari, which we brought from Bangladesh. And it's also a great opportunity of experiencing traditional Japanese food. We cooked biryani and khichuri,
Yes.
which is our traditional food, and our Japanese fellows also enjoyed our traditional food eating by their hand. And we enjoy Japanese traditional bamboo noodles, different types of teas, seaweed, barbecue chicken, and most interestingly, since TAKASU cooked chicken with apple jam, which all of us also liked most. And we have experienced the beauty of Nara, and we have visited Todaizi Temple, Nara Park, and many other temples for which Nara is famous for, famous as tourist spot. And we also visited the beautiful city Osaka. And we also learned many population dynamics mathematical models, such as logistic growth model, SIR model, Ricard logistic model, Nicholson and Bailey model, which is also mentioned by our previous fellows. And inspiring from these models, we some of us also tried to use our learned mathematical model as JST fellow in solving real world problems. And in these consequences, and we three, me, Amina Sadia, another two fellows, Afroza Hassan Afrin and Shahna Sultana Ruma, have started a study named studied the effectiveness of SIR model in forecasting the spread of COVID-19. Study in context of South Asian countries. Novel strand of coronavirus was identified in Wuhan, Hubei province, China in December 2019, causing a severe and potentially fatal respiratory syndrome, declared as a pandemic by WHO on March 11. And millions of people are forced by national governments to stay in self-isolation. And different countries have already taken precise and differentiated measures, such as restricted movement, closing tourist spot, making compulsory wearing mask, providing PPE to health service providers, etc. And objective of our study is to find out the effectiveness of the improved susceptible infected removed SIR model on the pandemic due to the spreading of the novel COVID-19 disease, and the predictive help the governments in making decisions and plan for the future, and reduces anxiety and prepares the mentality of people for the next phases of the pandemic. And for this, we collect our data from the WHO and the national websites of our South Asian countries, and we use MATLAB as analytical tool. This SIR model will use to gain a better understanding of spreading COVID-19 within communities and variable populations in time, using a simple system of three ordinary differential equations, ODEs, with the classic SIR model, including the possibility of surges in the susceptible populations. Thus, the SIR model here is designed to remove many of the complexities associated with the real-time evolution of the spread of the virus in a way that is useful both quantitatively and qualitatively. Variables for this SIR model are total cases, which is represented as IDDOT, number of infected individuals, and death. Consequently, the number of the removals can be estimated using the following formula. Based on these assumptions and concepts, the rate of change of the three populations are governed by the following system of ODEs, what constitutes the SIR model used in. And here I have mentioned this formula, and where the susceptible individuals is mentioned as ST, infected individuals as I, and removed individuals as RM. And A, B are real positive parameters of the initial exponential growth and final exponential decay of the infected population I. And here we as since we wanted to adjust the numerical solutions to our proposed SIR model to the recorded data, we consider initial conditions is as 0, 1. It means S0 is equals to 1. All the individuals are considered susceptible initially. And here I mention some memorable moments at Nara University. And there are
my class and your exercise.
Class. Yeah, thank you, Fugo TAKASU Sensei, and thank you, Hansa, for Alhansa, Shofisar, and Jarin for this amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So it's very nice. You apply SIR model to COVID-19.
Yes, sir.
It's good for
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Fariha, please start your presentation. And she went to Nara last year with Professor Mohiddin.
Okay, I'm going to present my slide.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Hello, how are you?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello. How are you? I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Fariha Tabassum. So I'm going to introduce and going to share my experience with you all. So here I am. So we everyone know that from 2014, CU and Japan Science and Technology of Japan have concluded official partnership. And as a result, last year from July 21 to July 27, we 10 students went to Japan for our program, exchange program, as our exchange program, where Dr. Muhyiddin sir led us, and we attended lectures on general biology, including population dynamics, computer simulation, and some socializing activities with Nara, Nara Women University in Japan. Uh, Here I am going to explain how was the experience and application of experiences in our life. So for the overview, I am going to explain the classes we attended and sightseeing and the foods we experienced at Japan. So as for the classes, we everyone know that Japan is a very strict in time and a very punctual country and very warm people there. So we had to attend class at 9 and ended at 1 p.m. every day. So here I am going to share some of my experience and pictures where Fugo Takasu sir was giving lectures and explaining mathematical modeling, how to use them. And here is the pictures of our certification program. And we are very much get experience from the classes and from the materials we supplied there. Next, I'm going to share what we got to know is mathematical modeling in population biology. That was already explained by others and already explained by Fukutaka Susar, and how to use them and how to arrange mathematical model for our daily life and solution. What is the solution of the model and how can we understand better in a through a mathematical model. We already know that for the 2019 group, we have learned logistic growth model in continuous and discrete time, SIR model, exponential model in growth and decline, and co-webbing logistic model, Nicholson Berry model. So here I'm going to share some of my related experience through exponential model. In our fifth semester and sixth semester, we got to practical in bacteria culture in laboratory. So from what we can see that we have to culture bacteria in pesticide in a tube, test tube, or and that is the growth of their first in this first position, and they are growing gradually. So that is the in the related, some kind of related to the exponential growth model that we have learned in the Japan that time. I am going to now sightseeing. That is the Kofukuji temple, and that is we have got to visit the Kyoto International Conference Center already. But I hope that Nara is a beautiful city for the deer, and that is the center of the attraction in Nara city. So next, I'm going to share with the experience of my food. So we have faced some difficulties, but the experience wasn't that bad at all. Also, the Indian restaurant saves us sometimes, and of course the Koto kitchen at
Yeah, Kotogoro
Nara
Kitchen, yes, yes.
University. Yes, yes, always there for us during our lunch break, where choosing the food was so confusing ever, but the experience was good, very good for us, as we have to maintain our food, what kind of food we should eat and what kind of food we shouldn't eat. So that was the experience with the food. Last but not least, the experience was so good. We had spent 7 days in a blink of an eye. We are very grateful towards everyone who helped us and arranged such a beautiful program and such an knowledgeable program for us. And that's the end of my slide. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone.
So thank you very
Thank
much
you,
for your
thank
nice
you, thank you.
presentation. Mm.
Thank you.
So I think we are now two team leaders are joining the present in the meeting. So that's why we can request them to say something. Just we have only close to five now.
Okay, okay.
Team leaders can share their experience with us.
Fugo, thank you very much. This is a very
Yeah.
time-bound meeting for with you. in this very difficult time, difficult situation, this is the only way to communicate.
Yes, by
So,
online.
uh, so unfortunately, due to this particular program, we have missed this year's program.
Yeah, yes, but still, I have not yet given up. Hopefully, in
Okay,
the next January
okay.
or February,
I
yes,
know,
yes.
I know you not you will keep it up anyway. So I was the team leader for the first
Yeah,
base
first team, yes.
participated in this very useful training program.
Mm,
I think though it is a very short training program, but I
mm,
found it's very useful to understand different mathematical modeling by the student who is later they can apply to assess various problems. I think the training given by Professor Fogg and his team is very much useful for the students,
mm,
and they can already they are trying to apply their knowledge in their ongoing research in our country. And I also very much confident that in their working life they can also apply this knowledge to deal with various issues of life science we are facing. Fogo has given a very important example how this modeling can be useful for the COVID-19 as well. So we are facing different types of problem in our biological entity. So the students who are working in this in the various field, they can be very happy to use the knowledge, especially to apply the mathematical modeling to find out various existing problems in our population dynamics, as well as human demography and conservation of different endangered species. We are also facing a lot of problems in conserving our species. A lot of species are being endangered by now. So we can also use this modeling to understand what is happening in the biological entity of our country. So I think overall, this training program is very much useful, and I'd be happy if Dr. Fogo will continue this program for the next coming years. Our students will be very much benefited with this program. See, apart from this, we are also associated in various social activities, which is very much helpful for the student to socialize with the Japanese culture, Japanese learning process, Japanese the discipline and how they are working. So everything the students they know it and they are practicing this in their life where they are working now. So this is also a very important part of the training program that Fogo is very kind enough even to arrange some uh, dinner party in Bengali format, not in Japanese format. So that would be very useful for us. And even folk who use the radhuni spices, which makes us very much happy during this time. So practically we enjoyed very much uh, as well as the running process. We not only run, but we enjoyed the whole program uh, due to the lively uh, demonstration by the Fogo of all the activities. So we have gone visited different cities as well, and we know directly how the peoples of Japan they are uh, working, their their daily life. We have the able to see their daily life, how they work, how they are performing their duties. So a lot of things, social things we have learned from this tour as well. So with these few words, I think this training program is a very fruitful training program for us. And I thank Dr. Raihan for the the initiations he has taken to involve our institute and give me the opportunity when I was the dean of science faculty. He also helped me to include other departments, the students of other departments in this program. So which helps the different students from other departments as well. So that was the success of this training program. So with this period, I thank all the students who have participated in the three different years training program and who are now in the webinar, who are attending this webinar. I thank everybody, and especially I thanks my students who nicely presented their experience. They share a lot and very effectively they have presented their what they have learned, what they have seen. So overall, I think the whole program is very much fruitful, and I am very happy to become a member, a participant in this webinar programs organized by Professor Dr. Fugo. Thank you, Fugo.
Yeah, yeah,
For
yeah,
Thank you.
very welcome. Yes.
So, Fugu,
Yeah.
now we can invite the director of the institute,
Okay, director
Dr.
of the
Jarin
Jarin
Akhtar,
Akhtar.
yeah,
Okay.
for sharing her experience with Nara University.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Raihan Sharkar. Although our Honorable Vice Chancellor has left the meeting as she is busy, however,
Yeah.
Professor Dr. Muhammad Shafil Alam sir, dear Professor Fugo Takasu, Dr. Raihan Sharkar, and my dear students who are the participants of JST program. Actually, it is my pleasure to greet you, everybody, in this evening on behalf of my institute, that is Institute of Forestry and Environmental Science, Chittagong University. First, I would like to pay my gratitude also to Sakura Exchange Program and JST and Nara Women's University to organize such an exchange program that enriched our students, and I hope our collaboration will strengthen the educational research activities and also the cultural exchanges after the post-COVID period also. Uh, my thanks, uh, Professor Fugo Takasu, please take my special thanks
Yes.
because you have organized such an useful um, uh, collaboration program, which was very helpful for our students. As Professor Shafil Alum sir has already explained very well its effectiveness on the research activities and the future activities and research plans of our students. And I also thankful to you, Professor Fugo, for your organization of such trips for educational exchange and cultural exchange. And I find your lectures on the importance of mathematics in biology especially, and also in the dynamics, and also maybe in steady state of population dynamics, which was very interesting. And I hope many of our students will find their future research field in this area, which is very useful in environmental sciences. And also, again, I also want to thank Ryan Sharkar and also and Professor Fugo to arrange today's meeting, which is very useful. And I hope every student, the previous, present, maybe upcoming students will be benefited, and our these types of philosophical interaction is very useful for us. And also we are hopeful for the hopeful for and looking forward for the advancement on perspective of these collaboration between Chittagong University and also Nara Women University. And finally, I would like to thank our students for their nice presentation. And again, I am thankful for to Professor Fugo to organize such exchange program, and looking forward for the future of our joint collaboration.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
yeah, you're
And
welcome.
again,
Mm,
good evening.
So
okay.
who already, I think the three participants, for four participants from the last three batch
Mm,
already presented their
yeah,
presentation,
yeah, okay.
their speech.
Yeah.
Now you can conclude.
Chakma Etamoni, maybe she's ready to. Okay.
Oh, she's in here.
Yes.
Etamoni.
Yes, sir. I'm Etamoni Chakma.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm a fourth-year student at University of Chittagong,
Mm,
and I was a participant at Japan Science and Technology Sakura Science
yeah.
Exchange Program in 2019.
Yeah. Last year.
First, I yes,
Yes.
first I want to thank to my respected teachers, especially Professor Fugo Takasu sir and Rahan sir, for giving me such a beautiful opportunity and become a part of JSC Sakura Science Exchange Program to explore Japanese culture, their food style, and also be a part of this training session. Japan Science and Technology as Science and Technology Agency arrange an exchange program at which women students from Asian countries are invited to visit Japan and get training at Nara Women's University from 7 to 10 days. Like previous 2 years, in 2019, I was one of the 10 students from University of Chittagong, got chance to be a part of this program. The training program was on mathematical modeling of population dynamics, which we ran at Microsoft Excel, and we got trained from Professor Fugo Takasu, sir. Besides this, we also traveled different beautiful places of Japan. There was also a socialization session between Japanese students and Bangladeshi students, where we communicated and shared our cultural views and thoughts with each other. A barbecue party was also arranged with the collaboration of students from Nara Women's University and University of Chittagong. And the most awaiting moment was to travel different places of Japan. We visited the beautiful Nara city, the Nara Women's University, Nara Park, and Osaka City, the Kyoto Imperial Conference Center, and Imperial Palace Kyoto. I hope that in future I will use this modeling uh, in various fields related to natural resource management, conservation of different endangered species, wildlife conservation, biodiversity conservation. Thank you.
Okay.
So
Thank
thank you,
you.
Etamoni. Yes. Now we have the two Japanese students.
Yes.
So first, Yuka Nishimura. So are you here? So can you say something in English? Yuka.
Yes, I'm
Hey,
Yuka.
hi.
I'm
Hi.
Yuka.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm a master course student belong to TAKASU Sensei's laboratory, and I joined this Sakura Science Program a little 2 years ago, and I met some Chittagong University students, and I had a dinner together, and I remember we had a curry, uh, yes, together. And I attended the last presentation, and I listened it to mathematical modeling uh, presentation, and they presented mathematical modeling about their topic. Their topic was like environmental problems around Bangladesh, and these topics are very interesting for me. Normally, I study about world environmental science, but I don't know specific Bangladesh environmental science problem. So it was so interesting, and uh, I've heard uh, environmental science problem using mathematical modeling. Yeah, it was so nice. Yeah, and a good experience. Thank you so much.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so
Thank
thank
you.
you,
Thank you.
Yuka. Okay. So the next Japanese student is Yuko Kubo. So are you here, Yuko Kubo? So can you
Yes.
say something in English? You joined the program last year.
Yeah.
I'm Yuko Kubo.
Mm.
I'm fourth year student, and I took a mathematical modeling class last year with some members, and I'm glad to see you again through the screen like this, and and I'm glad I was able to hear your speech, and I also studying mathematical model about infectious disease like COVID-19, and last year I was happy to have sightseeing tour of Nara with some members, and it was fun to talk about various things. I want to see you again someday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Thank
Yuko,
you.
thank you. So yes.
Thank
Yes.
you.
So now, yes, so scheduled time has passed. So maybe I would like to conclude.
Yes.
So
Right.
this Zoom meeting was organized just to socialize with past members. So I am really happy to see you, the past student, and Raihan and Professor Shafil, and also your
Thank
vice
you.
chancellors, and also the Jarin Akhtars. So I now, because of COVID-19, it is difficult to visit Bangladesh, or it's difficult for you to come to Japan. But anyway, we can keep connection online.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I would like to keep connection with the University of Chittagong to promote academic education, academic exchange in futures. So
Right. Thank
Raihan, so yeah,
Yes.
thank you
The
very much for your
Fugu,
collaboration this time. So thank you very
Yeah,
much
thank you.
for your
Yeah,
participation.
thank you
So
so much, Fugo, Professor Fugo, and Dr. Raihan. Yeah, thank you for your nice effort, and it was very useful in today's meeting. Yeah, thank you very much,
okay, yes.
and hope we'll meet again. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I will see you again. Yeah. Abar deka hobe, yes.
Abar
Abar
দেখা
দেখা
Oh,
হবে.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Very nice.
Mata ne sensei.
Yeah, mata ne, okay, mata ne, yes.
Mata ne,
Hi,
kawan.
hi, bye. Yeah. So, anyway, so see you again somewhere in your futures. Yeah. Goodbye.